All right, diving right in. Today we're tackling those oh-so-important omega-3s.
Right.
Specifically, how to navigate the world of supplements.
Yeah.
You might already know they're good for you,
Right.
but get this.
Oh, yeah.
Some sources claim up to 30% of supplements don't even contain what their labels promise. We're going to make sure you're not getting fooled.
It's definitely a buyer beware market out there.
Yeah, for sure.
But before we even get into the nitty-gritty of choosing a supplement,
Right.
let's make sure we're on the same page about why omega-3s are such a big deal.
Okay, back to basics then.
Yeah.
We can't make these fats ourselves, right?
Right. They're essential.
Yeah.
Because we have to get them from food or supplements.
Right.
And they're not just some trendy health fad either.
Right.
These things impact everything from your brain to your heart.
Oh, wow.
One study even found a possible link between sufficient omega-3 intake and a lower risk of Alzheimer's.
Wow.
Pretty powerful stuff.
That's way more than just helping my dry skin. So there are all these different types of omega-3s.
Right.
But which ones should we be focusing on?
EPA and DHA are the superstars.
Okay.
They're the ones most easily absorbed by our bodies, especially from fatty fish.
Right.
And when we talk about fatty fish, we're talking salmon, sardines, mackerel,
Right.
the real MVPs of the omega-3 world.
Hold on. Does that mean farm salmon is just as good as wild caught?
Oh.
I saw an article debating that very thing.
You've done your homework.
Wow.
It's true. One of our sources actually did a deep dive into the omega-3 content of farmed versus wild-caught salmon.
Okay.
Turns out, while farmed salmon still contains omega-3s,
Right.
wild-caught salmon often has a higher concentration due to its more natural diet.
So if I'm going the food route,
Right.
wild caught is the way to go for maximum omega-3s.
Right.
But let's be real, I don't always have time to grill up a perfect salmon fillet.
Yeah.
That's where these supplements come in, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And since we're talking about supplements, it's worth mentioning the third type of omega-3,
Right.
ALA. You'll find it in flaxseed, chia seeds,
Right. Yeah.
and other plant-based sources.
But isn't there something about our bodies not converting ALA as efficiently
Yes.
as the EPA and DHA we get directly from fish?
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
The conversion rate from ALA to those superstar omega-3s is pretty low.
Okay.
So while it's great to include those plant sources in your diet,
Yeah.
don't rely on them solely for your omega-3 needs,
Right.
especially if you're looking to address specific health concerns.
All right. So supplements it is.
Right.
But just walking down the supplement aisle is overwhelming.
Oh, yeah.
There's fish oil, krill oil, algal oil.
It's a lot.
Where do we even begin?
Let's break it down one by one.
All right.
Fish oil is often the most popular choice, and it comes in two main forms, natural and processed.
Natural fish oil sounds pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Is it literally just fish oil straight from the fish?
Pretty much. Think of it as the least processed option.
Okay.
You get the omega-3s along with other naturally occurring nutrients like vitamins A and D.
Sounds pretty good. So what's the deal with processed fish oil then?
Processed fish oil goes through a bit more refinement.
Okay.
It's purified to remove contaminants like mercury
Yeah.
and often concentrated to boost those EPA and DHA levels.
Okay.
This is usually what you'll find in those easy-to-swallow capsules.
Okay, so processed means it's cleaner and more potent.
Right.
Why wouldn't I choose that?
Well, there's a catch.
Oh.
The processing can convert those omega-3s
Right.
into a form called ethyl esters,
Ethyl esters.
which, according to several studies, aren't absorbed as efficiently by our bodies.
So even if the label boasts a high concentration of EPA and DHA,
Yeah.
I might not be getting the full benefit.
Precisely.
Wow.
Now, some manufacturers have caught on to this
Okay.
and convert those ethyl esters back into triglycerides,
Okay.
which are much easier for our bodies to absorb. They call them reformed triglycerides.
Reformed triglyceride.
And while they're more effective,
Yeah.
they also tend to be pricier.
Okay, so natural fish oil, processed fish oil, reformed triglycerides.
Right.
I'm already feeling like I need a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
What other options do we have?
Well, there's krill oil,
Krill oil.
which comes from tiny crustaceans found in the Antarctic.
Cool.
It's gaining popularity because it's a good source of EPA and DHA.
I've definitely seen krill oil popping up more and more.
Yeah.
Is it really that much better than fish oil?
One source had a fascinating study
Oh.
that compared the bioavailability of krill oil to fish oil.
Okay.
And what they found
Yeah.
was that the omega-3s in krill oil are bound to phospholipids,
Okay.
which are actually absorbed even better than triglycerides.
Hold on, phospholipids.
Right.
You're going to have to break that down for me.
Think of them as tiny delivery trucks
Okay.
that transport those omega-3s directly into your cells. They're like VIP access for EPA and DHA.
So krill oil is not only easily absorbed,
Yeah.
but also highly bioavailable.
Yeah.
Now that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard krill oil is also a good source of antioxidants, right?
You're right.
Okay.
It contains astaxanthin,
Astaxanthin.
a powerful antioxidant
Okay.
that gives krill oil its distinctive red color.
Okay.
Astaxanthin not only protects the oil from going rancid,
Right.
but it also has its own health benefits.
So krill oil is basically a double whammy. Easy absorption and antioxidants. What's not to love?
Right.
Is there anything else that makes krill oil stand out?
Another point in favor of krill oil is its sustainability,
Okay.
because krill are low on the food chain
Right.
and have a short lifespan.
Yeah.
They accumulate fewer contaminants like mercury.
Okay.
This means krill oil generally doesn't need to be purified as much as fish oil.
That's a win for the environment and peace of mind.
Right.
Are there any other contenders in the omega-3 supplement arena?
There's another option. That might pique your interest,
All right.
especially if you're looking for something a little different.
Okay.
Green-lipped mussel oil.
Okay, green-lipped mussel oil.
Yeah.
That's a new one. What's the story there?
This oil is sourced from green-lipped mussels,
Right.
found in New Zealand,
Okay.
one of our sources.
Yeah.
A research paper on marine-derived omega-3s highlighted its unique composition.
Okay.
Not only does it contain EPA and DHA,
Right.
but it also has another omega-3 called ETA.
ETA.
Yep.
That's another acronym to add to our list.
Oh.
What's so special about ETA?
Early research suggests that ETA might be even more effective
Wow.
than other omega-3s
Okay.
at reducing inflammation,
Oh, wow.
particularly for conditions like arthritis.
So green-lipped mussel oil is like the inflammation fighter of the omega-3 world.
Right.
Sounds promising. What about options for those who prefer plant-based sources?
We can't forget about ALA oil,
Right.
the plant form of omega-3s, found in flaxseed, chia seeds, and hemp seeds.
But remember we talked about how the conversion rate to EPA and DHA isn't ideal.
Right.
So while these plant-based oils can be part of a healthy diet,
Yeah.
they might not be enough if you're specifically looking for the benefits of EPA and DHA.
Exactly. But don't worry, there's a great vegan-friendly option out there
Okay.
that delivers those superstar omega-3s directly.
Okay.
Algal oil.
Algal oil. Now this one I'm really curious about. Tell me more.
Algal oil is derived from marine algae,
Okay.
which is where fish actually get their omega-3s in the first place.
Oh, interesting.
It's a direct source of EPA and DHA and a fantastic choice for vegans and vegetarians.
It's like cutting out the middle fish.
Right.
Sounds pretty ingenious.
And what's fascinating is that because algal oil is cultivated in a controlled environment,
Okay.
it's generally very pure
Right.
and free from the contaminants
Okay.
you might find in fish.
Okay.
Plus, it's incredibly sustainable.
All right. So we've got a whole lineup of contenders. Fish oil, krill oil, green-lipped mussel oil, ALA oil, and algal oil.
It is a lot.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to know which one is the right choice?
Choosing the best omega-3 supplement for you depends on your individual needs and preferences.
Okay.
But there are some key things to look for when you're comparing those labels.
Okay, let's talk label decoding.
Right.
What should we be paying attention to?
First and foremost, check the type and amount of omega-3s.
Okay.
Look for a supplement that provides a good dose of EPA and DHA,
Cool.
since those are the forms our bodies use most effectively.
Got it. EPA and DHA are the stars of the show.
Right.
What else should we be scrutinizing on that label?
Remember how we talked about absorption?
Yeah.
Well, the form of omega-3s listed on the label matters.
Okay.
Look for those abbreviations we discussed earlier: FFAs, TGs, RTGs, or PLs.
Okay.
Those are the forms that are absorbed well.
The FFAs, TGs, RTGs, PLs.
Right.
Good.
Good.
What about the dreaded E's? The F esters.
Try to avoid supplements that primarily contain E's.
Right.
Even if they have a high concentration of EPA and DHA,
Yep.
your body won't absorb them as effectively.
Okay, so we've got our EPA and DHA amounts.
Right.
And we're checking for the right form of omega-3s.
Right.
What about purity and freshness?
Yeah.
I know omega-3s can go rancid pretty quickly.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Always look for supplements that have been third-party tested
Okay.
for purity and freshness.
Right.
They'll often have seals or certifications
Okay.
from organizations like the MSC
Right.
or the Environmental Defense Fund.
Right.
These certifications guarantee
Right.
that the product has met certain quality standards.
So those seals of approval are like a green light,
Right.
telling us we're getting a high-quality product.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to know about reading labels?
This is where it gets interesting.
Oh.
Remember how we mentioned some supplements don't contain what they claim?
Right.
Well, one of our sources, a 2015 study
Okay.
published in a reputable scientific journal,
Mm-hmm.
analyzed the contents of various omega-3 supplements
Okay.
and found some shocking results.
Oh, I'm all ears. What do they find?
Only 70% of the supplements tested actually contained the amount of EPA and DHA stated on the label.
Wow.
Some were way off.
Wow.
And others even had contaminants that weren't disclosed.
Wow, that's scary. So those third-party certifications become even more critical
Absolutely.
to ensure we're getting what we're paying for.
Right.
Is there anything else we can do to make sure we're not being misled?
Don't be afraid to trust your senses.
Oh, okay.
If the supplement smells fishy or off,
Yeah.
it's probably a good idea to toss it.
Okay.
Omega-3s are prone to oxidation,
Right.
and that funky smell is a telltale sign
Yeah.
that the oil has gone rancid.
So a sniff test is a must.
Yes.
No one wants to be swallowing rancid fish oil, no matter how good it is for them.
Right.
We've covered so much already, and I feel like we're just scratching the surface of this omega-3 world.
You're right.
Yeah.
We've got so much more to uncover, like the FDA's role in regulating these supplements.
Right.
And the potential for personalized omega-3 recommendations in the future.
Hold that thought. We'll dive into those fascinating topics in just a bit.
Okay. Welcome back. Before the break, we were talking about how important those third-party certifications are when choosing an omega-3 supplement.
It's pretty unsettling to think that some companies might not be entirely truthful about what's in their products.
Right.
Especially when we're talking about something as important as our health.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
And that's where the FDA comes in.
Oh.
Or rather, doesn't come in.
Uh-oh.
One of our sources, a legal analysis of supplement regulations,
Okay.
highlighted the fact that the FDA doesn't regulate supplements with the same rigor as medications.
Wait, so the FDA doesn't have strict oversight over what goes into these supplements?
It's more relaxed.
That seems like a recipe for disaster.
It definitely raises concerns.
Yeah.
The FDA requires supplement manufacturers to follow good manufacturing practices
Okay.
and ensure their products are safe,
Right.
but they don't have to prove their claims
Wow.
before hitting the market.
So basically, it's up to the consumer to do their due diligence and choose reputable brands
Right.
that prioritize transparency and quality.
Exactly.
Those third-party certifications we discussed become even more critical in this context.
Absolutely. Always look for those seals of approval from organizations like the MSC or the Environmental Defense Fund.
Right.
They're like an independent verification system,
Right.
assuring you that the supplement has met certain standards.
Okay. So label reading and third-party certifications are crucial.
Right.
Is there anything else we should be mindful of when navigating the supplement aisle?
Dosage is another important consideration.
Dosage.
While omega-3s are generally safe,
Right.
even those superstar EPA and DHA,
Yeah.
it's best not to go overboard. The FDA recommends not exceeding 3 grams of combined EPA and DHA daily,
Okay.
with a maximum of 2 grams from supplements.
So moderation is key, even with something as beneficial as omega-3s.
Right.
I guess it's true what they say. Too
Mhm.
much of a good thing can be bad.
Exactly.
But how do we know what dosage is right for us?
That's where it gets a little tricky.
Okay.
The ideal dosage can vary
Right.
depending on individual needs and health goals.
Right.
If you're looking to address a specific health concern,
Yeah.
it's always a good idea to consult with your doctor
Okay.
or a registered dietitian.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
They can take into account your overall health, diet,
Right.
and any medications you might be taking
Exactly.
to determine the right dosage for you.
Right.
It's like personalized medicine,
Yeah.
but for supplements.
You're actually onto something there.
Oh,
Personalized nutrition is a growing field.
okay.
And one of our sources, a fascinating report on the future of supplementation, suggested that personalized omega-3 recommendations could be the next big thing.
Personalized omega-3 recommendations. Tell me more.
Okay.
That sounds incredibly intriguing.
Imagine a world
Okay.
where you could get an omega-3 supplement tailored specifically to your needs,
Okay.
taking into account your current omega-3 levels,
Mm-hmm.
your diet, your
Yeah.
health goals,
Right.
even your genetics.
So it considers not just what my body needs, but also what I'm already getting from my diet.
Exactly. No more guessing if that salmon dinner covers your needs for the week.
Okay.
The algorithm does the heavy lifting for you.
And then what? It spits out a recommendation for a specific supplement and dosage.
More than that, it could even suggest different sources of omega-3s depending on your preferences.
Oh, wow.
Let's say you're vegan.
Right.
It might steer you towards a high-quality algal oil,
Okay.
while someone else might get a recommendation for a specific type of fish oil.
Wow. A truly personalized approach.
Right.
Tailored to my individual needs and preferences.
Yeah.
It almost sounds too good to be true.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But this is the direction the field of nutrition is heading.
Okay.
Personalized nutrition recognizes that we're all unique,
Mm-hmm.
and one-size-fits-all recommendations aren't always the most effective.
This personalized approach would certainly take the guesswork out of choosing an omega-3 supplement.
Right.
It would also empower us to be proactive about our health, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Instead of just reacting to health issues,
Right.
we can start optimizing our nutrition from the get-go.
Right.
It's all about prevention and taking control of our well-being.
That's incredibly empowering. So are there any companies already offering personalized omega-3 recommendations?
It's still early days, but there are a few companies starting to dip their toes into this personalized approach.
Okay.
Some offer customized supplement blends based on DNA testing,
Oh, wow.
and others use sophisticated algorithms to analyze your dietary intake and lifestyle factors.
Sounds like the future of omega-3 supplementation is already starting to take shape.
It is.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities and how this personalized approach could transform our health.
Absolutely.
And remember, while we wait for these personalized recommendations to become more mainstream,
Right.
there's still a lot we can do right now to make informed choices about our omega-3 intake.
Exactly.
We can read labels carefully, choose reputable brand, and prioritize those third-party certifications.
Absolutely. And remember, while supplements can be a helpful way to boost your omega-3 intake,
Right.
they shouldn't replace a healthy diet.
That's a point worth emphasizing. Getting our omega-3s from whole food sources like fatty fish
Yes.
should always be the first priority.
One of our sources, a report from the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health,
Okay?
actually recommends getting omega-3s from food sources whenever possible.
Okay.
They emphasize that food provides a complex matrix of nutrients that work synergistically,
Right.
something that's hard to replicate in a supplement.
So it's not just about the omega-3s themselves, but the whole package of nutrients found in those food sources.
Right.
It's like the difference between a solo performance
Yeah.
and a full orchestra.
I love that analogy.
Yeah.
And it highlights the importance of a holistic approach to health.
Right.
Supplements can be valuable tools,
Right.
but they shouldn't overshadow the foundational elements of a healthy lifestyle.
So we've explored the different types of omega-3 supplements,
Right?
deciphered those tricky labels,
Yes.
talked about the FDA's role,
Mm-hmm.
and even glimpsed into the exciting future of personalized omega-3 recommendations.
Yes, we have.
It's been a whirlwind of information.
We've definitely covered a lot of ground, but remember, it's not about memorizing every detail.
Right.
The key takeaway is to be an informed consumer.
Right.
Ask questions
Yeah.
and make choices that align with your individual needs and preferences.
You've given us so much to think about. Now I'm wondering,
Mm-hmm.
with all this talk about supplements,
Right.
is there a risk of getting too much omega-3?
That's an excellent question.
Yeah.
And one that deserves careful consideration. While omega-3s are generally considered safe,
Right.
even too much of a good thing can have unintended consequences.
So what happens if we go overboard with our omega-3 intake?
Right.
Are there any potential downsides?
Well, according to some studies,
Okay.
excessively high doses of omega-3s,
Okay.
particularly EPA and DHA,
Right.
can interfere with blood clotting.
Oh.
This could be a concern for individuals with bleeding disorders
Okay.
or those taking blood-thinning medications.
That's definitely something to be aware of.
Right.
So it's even more important to talk to our doctors before starting any new supplement regimen,
Yes.
especially if we have any underlying health conditions.
Absolutely. They can help us determine the appropriate dosage
Yeah.
and ensure that omega-3 supplements won't interact with any medications we're taking.
Okay.
Remember, it's all about finding that sweet spot,
Right.
the right balance for our individual needs.
It's like a delicate dance between science and self-awareness.
Yes.
We need to stay informed about the latest research, but also listen to our bodies and make choices that feel right for us.
You've put it beautifully. It's about empowering ourselves with knowledge
Yeah.
and using that knowledge to make informed decisions about our health.
Right.
And speaking of empowering ourselves,
Yes.
we still have that fascinating topic of personalized omega-3 recommendations to explore.
I'm so glad you brought that up. We've touched on the concept,
Right.
but I'm eager to dive deeper into what personalized omega-3s might look like in practice.
Hold on to your hats, because this is where things get really interesting. Let's take a closer look at how this personalized approach could revolutionize the way we think about omega-3 supplementation.
But first, we'll take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. Stay tuned. All right, we're back and ready to unpack this idea of personalized omega-3s.
Right.
Sounds futuristic,
Yeah.
but is it really possible?
It's closer than you might think. We already have personalized medicine
Right.
based on genetics.
Yeah.
So why not personalized nutrition?
Okay, that makes sense. But how would it actually work for omega-3s?
Imagine this.
Okay.
You take a simple test,
Okay.
maybe a blood test,
Uh-huh.
or even just answer a detailed questionnaire about your diet and lifestyle.
Right.
That information gets plugged into an algorithm
Okay.
that analyzes your current omega-3 levels,
Mm-hmm.
your specific needs based on your health goals,
Okay.
and any potential interactions with medications you might be taking.
So it considers not just what my body needs,
Right.
but also what I'm already getting from my diet.
Right, exactly. No more guessing if that salmon dinner covers your needs for the week.
Right.
The algorithm does the heavy lifting for you.
And then what?
Yeah.
It spits out a recommendation
Yeah.
for a specific supplement and dosage.
More than that. It could even suggest different sources of omega-3s,
Wow.
depending on your preferences.
Oh, wow.
Let's say you're vegan.
Right.
It might steer you towards a high-quality algal oil,
Right.
while someone else might get a recommendation for a specific type of fish oil.
Wow. A truly personalized approach.
Right.
Tailored to my individual needs and preferences.
Exactly.
It almost sounds too good to be true.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But this is the direction the field of nutrition is heading.
Wow.
Personalized nutrition recognizes that we're all unique,
Yeah.
and one-size-fits-all recommendations aren't always the most effective.
This personalized approach would certainly take the guesswork out of choosing an omega-3 supplement.
Right.
It would also empower us to be proactive about our health, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Instead of just reacting to health issues, we can start optimizing our nutrition from the get-go.
Okay.
It's all about prevention and taking control of our well-being.
That's incredibly empowering.
Yeah.
So, are there any companies already offering personalized omega-3 recommendations?
It's still early days,
Oh.
but there are a few companies
Yeah.
starting to dip their toes into this personalized approach.
Okay.
Some offer customized supplement blends based on DNA testing,
Oh, wow.
and others use sophisticated algorithms to analyze your dietary intake and lifestyle factors.
It sounds like the future of omega-3 supplementation is already starting to take shape.
It is.
It's exciting to think about the possibilities and how this personalized approach could transform our health.
Absolutely.
And remember,
Yeah.
while we wait for these personalized recommendations to become more mainstream,
Right.
there's still a lot we can do right now to make informed choices about our omega-3 intake.
Exactly.
We can read labels carefully,
Yeah.
choose reputable brands,
Right.
and prioritize those third-party certifications.
Absolutely. And remember, while supplements can be a helpful way to boost your omega-3 intake,
Right.
they shouldn't replace a healthy diet.
That's a point worth emphasizing.
Yeah.
Getting our omega-3s from whole food sources like fatty fish
Right.
should always be the first priority.
Exactly.
All right, so we've covered a lot today,
We have.
from deciphering those tricky labels to exploring those exciting personalized recommendations.
It's been a lot.
What are some key takeaways you'd like our listener to walk away with?
First and foremost, remember that omega-3s are essential for our health,
Right.
impacting everything from our brains to our hearts.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate their power.
Absolutely. And while food sources like fatty fish should be our primary source of omega-3s,
Right.
supplements can play a valuable role, especially if we're not getting enough from our diet
Exactly.
when choosing a supplement.
Yeah?
Remember to be an informed consumer.
Right.
Read labels carefully.
Yes.
Look for those superstar EPA and DHA.
Right.
And pay attention to the form of omega-3s listed.
Exactly.
Those third-party certifications are your friends.
They are.
So always look for them.
Absolutely.
And don't forget to talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen,
Right.
especially if you have any underlying health conditions or are taking medications.
Yes.
They can help you determine the right dosage and ensure there are no potential interactions.
Exactly.
Well, this has been a truly fascinating deep dive.
It has.
Thank you for all of your insights.
You're welcome.
And to our listeners,
Yes.
thank you for joining us.
Until next time.